What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get into what's going on in Iraq, okay? Because that's what we're watching for. So there seems to be a lot of great strides towards Iraq earning their sovereignty, which is really super important. And we are keeping an eye on that. But real quickly, because people brought this to my attention and they want me to bring it up now, is where we stand with gold and silver. So look, gold now is up $2,041. This is looking awesome. This is what we want. Keep climbing, because people are like, hey, Pimpy, over the weekend there was some retraction. And I go, yeah, there was, but I told you, but this is not the one I was thinking of. These are slight. Look at this. Silver's almost at $30, okay? So I bring that up for a reason. That reason is that you guys should just stop waiting for some major drop to happen so you can buy it cheaper, because it's not going to happen. Okay? If you guys are considering buying precious metals, please give our friends over at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. All right? If you go over there and you're a first-time buyer and you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, use promotional code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get some free silver, okay? All right, real quick reminder that we have the Pimpy's Investment Chat, which is the same name as the YouTube channel. In here, we do talk about gold, silver, foreign investments, as well as cryptocurrencies. Come on through. No politics, no news, no nothing like that. Just investment. Over here, we have the hidden things in front of your eyes. In here, we do talk about NESARA, GESARA, current events, political things, as well as things that some people consider a conspiracy, like QAnon. We don't consider it that way. But come on through. They're both free to join. The links are in the description. All right, so... And another thing is, you guys brought something to my attention. It was a few days ago, but you guys keep bringing it to my attention over and over. And I'm like, oh, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Although he didn't mention me by name. Yes, I do realize there's another person who put out a video that wasn't flattering, supposedly. But here's my thing. If that same individual, you must question these types of things. First of all, he looks like he chews gum off of concrete. All right. Second of all, if this guy's telling you that God told him there was going to be a rate change that happens once the auctions open up again, yeah, remember that? God told him, and it didn't happen. And when the CBI gets going again, and it didn't happen. Remember the auction started, and I said the auction started, and all hell broke loose? No, they're not the real auctions. There's no cap. Remember all that? You guys got to remember this, right? This is the same God who said, oh, no, forget what God told me. Gematria, we're going to use numbers. Magical numbers to tell you when a rate change is going to happen. Oh, yeah. And now he's got a magic 8-ball, and he sits in the room, and he shakes, he goes, dear magic 8-ball, is the rate change going to happen? So stop worrying about the other person says, because I don't care. His credibility is zilch. Zowie. All right? Look, we can only talk about what we can prove. Seriously, that's it. That's what people should only be talking about. So when I bring you the news, I'm only bringing you what I can show you. Now I hear all kinds of people contacting me, reaching out to me. They get information from other gurus and stuff like that. And they go, hey, this person said this is going to happen. I go, well, where's the proof that that's going to happen? If they're telling you they have this magical insight, no, I'm not interested. Show me the proof. That's it. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell the people who subscribe to my channel, hey, guess what, everybody? This is what I heard. No, I'm only going to show you what I could prove, because I think people appreciate that more. Okay? All right, so let's get into a couple things real quick that are interesting. I told you that Saudi Arabia, Trump was wanting Saudi Arabia to work out some type of good relationship with Iraq. I mean, they already had one, but you know what I mean? Start working with one another more or less. I did this whole video showing you that in Saudi Arabia, it's literally running out of water. They're using what's called, I think it's called desalinize or desalting the water. They have these machines that take the salt out of the ocean and pump out water to them. They were using these types of machines that could drain on the earth, and what they were hoping to tap into was some icebergs that's buried in the earth. Whatever it took, they were trying to get water in order to grow their agriculture. They're literally leasing land all around the world, paying huge bucks for these people to grow their food. So they were talking about putting I guess it's called a reservoir, or whatever you want to call it, the world's largest reservoir. It's huge, like a big, gigantic human pool. All right? They're going to run some pipes from underground over to where those rivers are in Iraq and try to get some of that water to run and fill these things up so they can grow their own food over there, which makes sense to me. It's probably way more cheaper than what they're doing now, and that is paying for lease to grow food. Because if you piss any one of those countries off and they cut you off, then what's that do for your people? You need to find a way to be more self-sufficient, okay? So anyways, Saudi Arabia has a lot of money. We know Iraq needs to rebuild itself. We know there needs to be a lot of, coalitions between the Middle East countries. I really have a feeling we're heading that direction, so we'll see where it goes. Anyways, look at right here already. The people in Saudi Arabia turned to Iraq for agriculture. So the Ministry of Agriculture announced the completion of procedures for exporting 3 agriculture crops to Saudi Arabia and the UAE, indicating that the quantity amounts to 1,250 million as a first stage. The ministry has completed all procedures for the export of 3 agricultural crops: tomatoes, eggplants, and potatoes, with the amount of 250 tons for each agricultural crop. For the surplus agricultural products in the first stage of the Arab Gulf states now. The United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia added that the local markets will be monitored in terms of the available quantities and the price of the agriculture commodities. So this is good. They should be helping one another out. All right, this should be what happened long ago. So anyways, the minister pointed out the ministry pursued the policies in agriculture production for exports, calling on all farmers as well as agriculture products production companies to pay attention to the use of foreign currency on the one hand to maximize the state's resources of foreign currencies and to provide employment opportunities for agriculture engineers. Okay, so they should have turned to their neighbors in the first place. So this is a good move. This really helps, again, helps build the economy in Iraq. Well, what's that mean, Pimpy? Well, what that means is the stronger the economy becomes, the stronger the currency becomes. But not just that. Everybody knows, I've been talking about this for a long time. I look at Iraq as both a short and long-term investment opportunity. I believe there is a ton of money to be made in Iraq if we can get them to just get their crap together. But not just there, all over in the Middle East. All right, so let's keep an eye on this. This, again, not a lot to do with the dinar, but it does affect it. The stronger the economy, the stronger the currency. Now, I told you guys before in past videos that we're going to, all of a sudden, magically, Iraq was going to find all kinds of oil in the desert. Magically, I already knew about it ahead of time. I already knew that they found it. But lo and behold, here's one article that they found some more. This isn't the biggest one. Although oil is good and helps enrich the Iraqi country, keep in mind, they cannot just solely depend on oil. If something should happen on the oil market or whatever, then it hurts them if they rely too much on it. But it is good that they found more assets, because if we go to an asset-backed currency, this would only help increase the value of the dinar. So anyways, there was an announcement that the discovery of large oil well in the, I believe it's pronounced Radon area. Okay, so a statement that the initial surveys of in this monastery area indicated that the existence of a large oil well in the monastery area of the Najaf Sea Depression, noting that this took place during a tour of a specialized research team headed by the member of the parliament, Kazam. Anyways, it's hard to pronounce their name, so I'm not going to try it. But anyways, I told you this is going to happen. You're going to start seeing announcements, lots of them in the near future, of them finding more oil. My guess is they need to figure out a way to get out there and secure these oil fields before anybody else goes out there and screws with them. All right, so you're going to see these things happen. I told you this is happening, but there's a much bigger oil field that was discovered that they're going to be announcing. I'm looking forward to it. This is why when I tell you Iraq is good short term and long term. This is great. Baghdad, and I believe it's pronounced Rodnad. Is that right? Renad? Anyways, inaugurate a new phase in the troubled relationship and cancel the visas. I should just say Baghdad and Saudi Arabia because I cannot pronounce that word to save my life. The Iraq ambassador in Saudi Arabia, Janabi, revealed new consultations with Saudi Arabia to cancel entry visas between the two countries, indicating the economical impact of this measure while pointing to the opening of the new port. Okay, so Janabi said in a statement to reporters by Saudi News, which was seen by the other news in Iraq, bilateral consultations are ongoing between Saudi Arabia and Iraq to cancel entry visas for diplomatic passport holders and abolish visa fees for regular passport holders to facilitate the movement of citizens between the two countries. The expected economical returns on this matter. So good. Anything to help strengthen the economy. Seriously. They all should be doing something like this. So Janabi indicated opening a new port of Arar will make an economical leap for the city of Arar and the nearby cities, and as well as Anbar province and the is that Nukabi city, noting that the two parties are about to complete some logistic and technical requirements. So let's do this. This is the time. Let's start opening up the Middle East to the international community. Now, there are some international companies out there, but it's nowhere near where the possibilities could be. Obviously, we are looking at the Middle East blowing up and being a real economical power internationally, and Iraq being a key place. Saudi Arabia and Iraq share a port that could really open up the Middle East. You've heard me talk about this before. The Saudi king, Salman bin Abdulaziz, anyways, no good with these names, and his crown prince was keen to support the policies of openness towards Iraq, noting that the success of security cooperation between the two countries does not mean a lack of follow-up and monitoring of criminal and terrorist elements, especially ISIS, which is always trying to breach the borders. The strength of dealing with these elements stops their endeavors. So good. Look, it looks to me like a lot of these countries are starting to team up together and saying we've had enough. Let's go after these so-called armed gangs or ISIS and get rid of them, which they should do. But the fact that I'm watching Saudi Arabia team up with Iraq, this is really good because Iraq can offer a lot to Saudi Arabia, in my opinion. And Saudi Arabia does have a lot of needs, but also can provide a lot of the financing necessary to rebuild Iraq. So this is not a surprise. I've spoken about this before. I think there's something definitely big going on between Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Iraq. Okay? So anyways, the article is a little long. It goes on to talk about what they want to do. Like in here, the Iraq Finance Minister Alawi said that in a statement, cooperation between Iraq and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia continues in all fields, including opening doors for investment and activating this signed bilateral agreement that deal with the oil, energy, industry, agriculture, and trade sectors. Again, opening themselves up to finally start doing business. No outside investor is going to come into Iraq if it is not secure. They've been stuck with corruption and they've been dealing with armed gangs, including ISIS, for way too long. So you have to prove to the international community that you can stand on your own. In other words, earn your sovereignty. And that's what's been going on. I'm very impressed with what's going on with Al-Kanemi. This is big, and this is what I'm excited about. Because Saudi Arabia could get help from Iraq, and Iraq definitely could get help from Saudi Arabia, okay? So again, we talked about this the other day. Most notably, there was a 41 officials that were going through court. So this is good. This is good. I told you they're going through the Hague, which is the court of all courts. So the Ali announced on Sunday that the head of the American-Iraq corruption organization, Ali Fadal, will file a lawsuit against 41 Iraqi officials close to Iran. See what they're doing? Draining the Iraqi swamp. And there is an American Iraqi anti-corruption organization. This is Al-Qademi doing what he was put in there to do. Man, I'm excited about these movements. And it's kind of hard to just talk about them every day. Only because I don't want people to get numb to the good news. To me, these are all steps that are needing to be taken by Iraq to once again earn their sovereignty and get the restrictions moved off their currency so that we can get what we want. All right. Anyways, look again. There was a slight retraction on gold and silver, but look, it's still going up. I can't stress this enough. If you're thinking about buying precious metals, please go to Money Metals. The link is in my description. If you're a first-time buyer and you buy more than $100, use promotional code Pimpy, and you will get some free silver. All right, so Iraq is looking good. This week should be big. Let's keep an eye on what they're doing. I will bring it to you. Pretty happy about where it's going. All right, you guys, that's it. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I'm now down to 35% of the people who watch my videos are non-subscribers. This is very good. I'm very happy. All right, have a good day. Bye.